Welcome back, everyone, to another YouTube video. Today is day 3 of week 3, which is crazy because I feel like this week just started, and yet I have today and then tomorrow, and this week is done for the training program. And then I have one more week left of this month, which is just crazy to say that I've been doing this for almost a month now. Wild. Today is a fun day with our squats and our comp grip bench press. So today we have paused low bar squats, which my coach has left some notes. We want to we're keeping it the same weight as we did last week until our single. So our single is going to be a little bit higher. My coach said that he wants to see me kind of increase my speed, my bounce, just because he feels like I'm not getting enough speed within it, but that's mainly because he said of my brace. So he said to really focus on the brace, really focus on just like tightening the whole way through. I have the same issue with my bench where I don't want to say that I get bored, but I get lazy to the point where like I'm bracing and I have a really good brace until the movement happens, and then I just focus on lifting the weight rather than like bracing and actually driving through my feet. And I think that's what the focus on today's squats are going to be. I want to focus on really just bracing through the entire movement, and not just bracing, but like using my full body. So driving through the feet and really driving those hips up and out to like get that pop. I feel like, I don't know, I lifted so long that when I'm lifting weights, I'm kind of just lifting and going through the motions rather than actually lifting the weights, if that makes any sense. So we got to really focus and just give our undivided attention to the squats when I'm under that bar. It's not something to play around with. I'm trying to get better, and it's heavyweight. So if I can focus on that brace throughout all of these sets, I'm going to be happy at the end of it, and I feel like I'll have a lot more speed with my squats. But at the same time, like I was talking about, I think in my other video, I want to slow it down and focus on the bracing, focus on just slowing the squat down and lifting with intent. Not just lifting to lift, but lifting with intent. And that's kind of where my problem is. I feel like I've been doing this for so long that I'm just lifting to lift, and I'm not lifting with intent. So that is the goal for today's video, is lifting with intent. I need to keep reminding myself. I know I've said that like 5 times already, but you know what? We got to do it. So today's focus for squats and even for bench is bracing through the whole entire movement, not just at the start, not just to unrack, not just to get into position, right? But the whole way through. When I'm at the bottom, when I'm at the top, I'm bracing. The only time I shouldn't be bracing is when I reach that top after I'm done the eccentric and I'm done the concentric, and I can take that breath out to reset and go for that other rep, right? So that's the focus. We're going to try that. I did get the lens in, the ultra wide lens for my GoPro. So we're going to try this out. I don't know how the video looks right now. I played around with the settings, so hopefully I didn't mess up anything. Hopefully that it still looks good. But you know what? I'm still playing around with it. These are still the early stages of my YouTube channel. So these videos are gonna be a little messy, a little all over the place, but I want to try getting more angles with the squats. Hopefully the ultra wide lens doesn't look too weird and I can get more of that shot for you guys and just have different angles to play around with. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to get warmed up. Before I do that, let me read to you what this session is going to look like. Obviously, I'm not doing this for the full day, but for today's workout, we got the secondary squats, paused low bar, right? And we're going to do 4 sets of 5 straight sets. So we're going to warm up to one weight and just boom, boom, boom. That's the weight we're using for all 4 sets. And then we're going to do a single, not paused, but a fatigue single for our 5th set. And then after that, we'll move on to our bench, which we have ascending sets of 8. So just a reminder, ascending does mean moving up in weight as we go along. So we have the 3 sets of 8 and then the fatigue triple at the end of that. So we got a good day today. We're going to get these squats going, get the warm-up rolling, and hopefully we can learn to brace through the whole entire movement, right? Stay strong, stay tight. Let's do this together. All right, warm-up sets have been complete. I now have 170 kgs on the bar. So this is what I'm gonna be playing around with for these 4 working sets. The warm-ups felt all right. They felt a little heavy, which I'm a little tired, exhausted. So like, I don't know, I kind of expected it to be a bit heavy, but I don't know, that last warm-up set felt pretty heavy. So we'll see how this feels. Hopefully, you know, I got the belt, I got the sleeves on. Hopefully that it helps, because I like to warm up without the belt, without the sleeves, to get the blood flowing in those proper places instead of constantly using equipment, and then I can't strengthen those tendons and ligaments, and my bracing needs to be strong without the belt before I put on the belt, right? So all these things just add to, they complement basically the things that should already be strong, right? So the sleeves are complementing like your ligaments that hold in your joint and helping and complementing your quad muscle and that front tibialis muscle on your shin, right? That all lock in the knee. Those should already be pretty strong so that when you put on the knee sleeve, right, it's just complementing that, those muscles, those ligaments, those tendons, right, that all just play the big roles. So you always want to strengthen those before adding a bunch of equipment. The belt helps you brace. It helps that we already have a natural belt. It's our core in our bodies, right? That wraps around the front and the back. So if that is weak and you're just strapping on a belt, yeah, it might help, but let's work on kind of bracing that core without the belt. Let's work on that brace and building up that core stability without the belt, so that when we add the belt, yes, it's going to take time to practice with the belt as well, but now it's just complementing that brace we already had, and you'll feel it a ton more. Well, that's my experience with it, at least, is I've always tried to stay away from equipment, stay away from all that, and then like build up my strength so that when I add equipment, I'm a lot stronger. But enough of that. We got the 170. We have 5 sets. 4 of those sets are going to be 5s. The last set is going to be a single. Well, let's see how this feels. Again, we want to keep tight the whole way through and just have fun with it, right? Yeah, I'm training, but like it's still a lot of fun. It's still like I'm getting stronger and I'm enjoying it. And just the progression that you see, the differences every week, right? It's nice. It's fun. And I'm here doing it with you guys. And I hope you guys are also enjoying it. Yeah. So we're going to get this set out of the way, see how this feels. And then I'm going to come back and have a little chat, because I want to just kind of chat with you guys, you know? But I want to get this first set out of the way just so we'll see how this feels, because I don't know. That warm-up set, the last one, had some sticking points. So we'll see. I'm not feeling overly confident, but we always want to say the weight's going to feel heavy so that when the weight feels light, it's just a surprise, right? So let's tackle this 170 and hit those nice pauses at the bottom. Stay tight throughout the whole movement. Let's not get lazy. Let's lift this with intent, and let's get it going. All right, well, first set is complete, and I'm not gonna lie, that one was a little bit of a killer. That felt heavy, to be expected though, but honestly felt heavier than I thought it would be. That's all right. That's weight for you. That is just kind of the name of the game in a sense of powerlifting and just in the gym overall. You're going to have your off days. You're going to have days that you feel like you're just down in the dumps, that your legs feel heavy. These past 2 days, I've been in the pool treading water. Every time I get out of that pool, my legs feel like lead. Like, I'm telling you, lead. I could barely walk. It is crazy. I kind of explained this before in the other video where it's like, I'm a naturally good swimmer. I love the water. I can hold my breath. I can do laps underneath the water, holding my breath. But when it comes to staying afloat, I sink like a rock. I cannot stay afloat. When it comes to treading water, oh my. I suck at that. I'm not gonna lie. So I've been in the pool practicing because Monday I have my test for my OFAI. And if you don't know what OFAI is, it is the Ontario Fire Administration, I think, something, I don't know. It's for firefighting. You have to complete the stages of OFI, OAFI. So basically there's 3 stages plus a swim test. Some departments don't care about the swim test, but the departments that I'm trying to get into do, and I need the swim test. And the swim test is treading water for 10 minutes and then doing 2 laps. That second part is super easy. That first part, I got to 9 minutes and 30 seconds, and he then came up to me and said, "You failed." I got out of the pool, and the time was up, and I was so just like, I wasn't disappointed because I knew I failed. Like, I didn't practice. I just went there, and I was like, I'm fine. I'll do this, right? And I didn't. So I booked my next one. It's Monday. I've been practicing. I'm finally getting comfortable in the pool treading water. My legs have slowed down, and I'm slowing down my arm movement, and I'm feeling it less in my shoulders than I was before. The first time I did it, I was like just using I don't even know how I got to 9 minutes and 30 seconds because it was all willpower with my shoulders. After I did that, he said I failed. I tried to get out of the pool. My shoulders were done. Like, I literally could not push myself up out of the pool, which is usually the easiest thing I can ever do. It was crazy. I don't even know how I got 9 minutes, 30 seconds. So I've been practicing. My legs are feeling dead though. So this weight is feeling a bit heavier. I'm not gonna lie. It's all right because Friday it'll be my last workout. Saturday I'm gonna do a workout at F45. But after that I'm just resting and I'm not touching a weight. I'm not doing anything. So that Monday my legs are refreshed, and God willing, I will pass that swim test so I don't have to revisit it. We'll see what happens. Anyways, with that being said, my legs are just shot. So the weight right now is feeling a bit heavy. I'm feeling a bit fatigued, but that's all right because, this is weightlifting. Like, you can't just expect to be 100% all the time. Probably part of that factor is that I ate earlier this morning around 10:30, which I don't usually do. So that could be another factor. I might have eaten too much, the wrong things, because usually I just eat fruit in the morning. If I am feeling a bit peckish, if I'm feeling a bit hungry, I'll make a bowl of fruit with some yogurt and eat that. Today, I didn't. I was going to work out this morning, but I fell back asleep. And then I had to go to work. So I had like an hour, and I was like, I can't film and lift and do all that in an hour, so I'll film after work before I have to go back to work in the later shift, right? So I ate thinking if I eat now, I don't have to eat when I come home after work, and I can just get into weightlifting, get into filming. But I think that killed me because now I'm feeling sluggish. I don't know, I just don't feel good. Like, I like not eating and I like working out fasted, but I don't know. Today has just been a very off day, but that's all right because we're here, we're lifting. And yeah, I could just pack it up and say, you know what, the weight is feeling heavy, I'm done. But no, that's not what I'm going to do. Instead, I'm going to say, the weight's feeling heavy, that's all right. We can still lift it. It's not that heavy. Let's finish these, 3 sets, do our fatigue single, and then we have bench. So we don't have to really worry about our legs. Yes, we want to stay tight on that bench and use that leg drive, but it's all more upper body, and bench is light today. It's rep work. We're doing 8. So you know what? At the end of the day, we're basically done. That's how I always pet myself up. I'm like, you know, we already finished the first set. We have 3 more, and then we got 1. We got a fatigue single. Easy money, right? So let's bang these out, and let's have just fun with it. Let's do this. All right, well, that was the last set of 5 that I had to do. We made it to the fatigue single. I don't know how, but we did. I'm feeling tired. I don't know if you could tell in the video, but nothing was feeling right. Everything felt heavy. I think that 3rd set was probably my best set, but it still didn't feel right. My bracing didn't feel right, and I was like trying really hard. The belt tightness didn't feel right. I don't know. Being in that pocket down at the bottom just felt off. But you know what? I'm here to tell you and show you that, like, it doesn't matter how tired you feel, how off it feels. It's all like mindset. It's all just getting it done, even when you don't feel the best. Yeah, sure, there's times to take your rest days, and there's times to like say, you know what, today's not a good day. Let's like take it easy. Just, you know, maybe do a couple sets, but like, I feel like, yeah, maybe my body's a bit sore from the treading, and it needs that time to recover. But I also feel like it is a mindset thing right now where I keep telling myself I'm tired. I keep telling myself I just want to go to sleep. I don't want to do anything. And my body reacts to that. My body says, well, I'm tired now. I don't want to do anything. And then like it just goes downhill from there. So every time, I got underneath that bar, I told myself in my head, I was like, we can do this. Just get through it. It may feel heavy. It may feel off. Just do it. So I did it. We're going to load up a bit more, see what it says on the workout plan. I think it's 190. I may do 185. We'll see. I'm going to do like 5 kgs less than what it actually says. I'm not feeling the best right now. I feel nauseous. I have a headache. Those sets just did not feel right. But we got through it. We stayed tight as much as we could. We tried to fire up. I took my time. And it's just doing it. It's just getting that session done that will lead to that little bit more progression. It's getting these sessions done now. The sessions you don't want to do because you're tired in the mind. Your body's a bit tired, but it's more in the mind than it is in the body. In the end of the day, we are in control of our bodies. We need to be in control of our bodies because if we're not, then the body takes over and the mind goes with the body. But no, the body needs to follow the mind, and we are in control of our minds, and we have to be in control of our minds. And yeah, like that's what's happening right now with this session is my mind is following my body, but I need to really get my mind to lead. I need to lead my body and say, you know what, I am in control. And yeah, I know you're tired right now, but we need to get through this. We need to lift, and we need to just do this so we can get that little bit more progression later on, right? With that being said, let's load up this bar. Let's get our mindset right. And let's hit this fatigue single so we can get into the benching session and we can just fire off that benching session. Benching, we have 3 sets of 8, and then we have a last set of a fatigue triple, and that'll be it. We're at the end of our session. We're here. We made it. We just got to get through it now. We made it this far. We might as well just keep going. Keep that mindset strong. Let's lead our bodies together. Join me in this last squat single, and hopefully right now, right here, I don't even care if you click off this video, but let's motivate each other right now. All right, I'm doing this even though I'm tired. How do you feel right now? Tell me physically, mentally, and emotionally. PME, right? Physically, how do you feel? Mentally, how do you feel? And emotionally, how do you feel? And let's just get a self-check going and say, you know what? Maybe just getting out for a walk is going to help us. Maybe just getting outside for fresh air is going to help us. So I don't care if you click off the video right now. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Go outside for a walk. And if you can, maybe go for a walk and have me in your ear. Something. Just get up, get doing something. And I hope this video will motivate you to just do it. Lead that body. All right, let's hit this single and get into that benching session. Woo! All right, we made it to the benching session, guys. You know what? That last set there, the fatigue single, felt good. It felt strong. I did do, so I'm going to post, I'm going to put both of them in the video, but I did one and it was a paused rep and I was like, damn, it's not supposed to be paused. So then I waited like a minute too and I got back underneath the bar and did a full complete rep without the pause. And they both felt pretty good, I'm not going to lie. So, you know what? We ended that pretty solid. Felt strong, felt quick on that fatigue single compared to the rest of those sets. So we can't be too upset because, you know what? At the end of the day, we're getting stronger, we're getting bigger, we are getting better, and that's what matters. It doesn't matter how this session feels, but it matters like in a couple months, 3-4 months, whatever it is that I do my first comp this year. That's when it matters, right? So these sessions matter just to get it, do the work, get through it even when I'm tired. And it will matter later. And that's like the beauty of it, is the struggle now does not compare to the beauty that will be shown to us later on in life. And I know there's a Bible verse, I think in Corinthians, saying that. And it's just so true. And that's kind of how I live my life, is yes, we're struggling right now. Like I'm struggling. I can't lie to you guys. I'm struggling with you. Not with you, but I mean, hey, I'm posting this, so whoever's watching, at the end of the day, I'm struggling with you. But I'm struggling. And I was talking to my friend about this earlier this week. I think it was yesterday. And I think it's that winter depression. We always think of depression as some, I don't know, just this horrible, awful thing. But at the end of the day, like, the light is low, less vitamin D. And yeah, I take my vitamins, I eat my fruits, and I try and stay on top of all of that. But this happens to me every winter. It's like I'm broke. My job, I only have like a job for like a couple hours a week. I'm not getting paid much. I'm laying in bed and that's all I want to do. I barely get outside. And yeah, I know there's these small little problems that I could fix. Like, I go outside more and maybe I feel better and I move. But like, I'm working out 3 times a day. I'm going to work once a day, realistically. And yeah, it's only for an hour or 3 hours a day. But at the end of the day, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. It's not even that I'm just tired, but I'm like fatigued. I'm exhausted and I just don't want to do anything. And I know I should be doing so much. And I feel like I'm doing nothing. I feel like I'm doing everything, yet I'm doing nothing. And I'm progressing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not even progressing. I don't know. I just feel so down in the dumps right now. But again, I think it's that winter depression hitting. This just happens every winter. But we were talking, my friend and I, and we were basically saying how like God allows us to go through the lows, the valleys, so that when the time comes, when that time in the year, you're at that absolute best, you're at the peak, right? It just feels amazing. Because imagine you're at that peak all the time. Would it even feel like a peak? It would feel the same. It wouldn't feel any different. And I keep reminding myself that, like, you got to go through the valleys so that the peaks feel amazing. So going back to that verse of like, the pain you feel now will not even compare to the glory you feel later. And it's just like, yeah, I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling down. The pain I feel, but at the same time, I have faith. I believe fully that glory later on, whenever it comes, it's going to feel so good, so amazing. And I'm just excited to get there. But at the same time, I'm grateful for being here. And I have to step back and just remember that, like, I woke up today. I woke up and I'm breathing. I'm healthy. I have my hands, I have my feet, my legs, my arms, my heart's beating fine. I'm breathing fine, right? I can see, I can hear, I can smell, I can taste. There's so many people that don't have one of those, don't have two of those. Who knows? Maybe they don't even have any of those. But I'm blessed to have all of them, all my senses. I can walk, I can talk, and I can lift weights. I can do what I love. And you just gotta, at the end of the day, be grateful for what you have right now. And yeah, peering into the future and just looking and being like, you know what? There's gonna be glory. I'm gonna be the highest of the mountains later on. Yeah, it gets me through it. But you can't spend your time there thinking, you know what, like, this is going to pass and I'm going to get to the peak. But, like, no, you need to work through the valleys. You need to work through now so that you can actually enjoy the peak. Because if you get to the peak without doing any of the work, you're going to fall right down to that valley. And it will be all the same, right? So at the end of the day, recognize that you're down in the valleys right now. Recognize you're lost. Recognize you can't see anything because you're so low, the trees are everywhere, and you're just climbing endlessly. And you don't know that there is a peak, but you have faith and you believe that God is guiding you. And you'll get to that peak when the time is right, when you're ready. Be grateful just to be able to walk that mountain. Be grateful just to be able to have that faith, have that trust in God. And if you don't have that faith, if you don't have that trust in God, that's all right. But maybe this is, I'm not going to say your calling or your sign, but maybe this is a good time to start. Maybe this video will give you that boost to be like, well, maybe I haven't explored God. Maybe I don't even think about God. Maybe this is my time to just recognize that maybe there is a God and just talk to God and see if he responds. And I don't mean like he's going to talk back, and maybe for some people he might, I don't know, right? But God responds in very subtle ways. I like to say to people that God is very quiet, he's very reserved, and he'll always respond to you in very subtle ways. Where the devil is very loud, obnoxious, he's in your face, he's trying to distract you, and God's there whispering. You need to just listen, to take that time to just listen for that whisper, because I know the devil's yelling. He yells in my ear all the time, and I know when you start to turn to God, the devil gets louder, and he wants you to just tune out God. He wants you to like only hear the devil. And then you think like, I don't know if the devil's talking to me or God's talking to me right now. I don't know who's kind of guiding me, but you always have to just take that time to relax and listen for God, because he's there. And I'm saying this now, but I also need to just take that time to listen to God, because he's guiding me. And I've been just so consumed with the devil's voice lately. And I know that's part of the reason why I feel so low. But I feel low for a reason. And maybe that reason is just to get closer to God, or get me moving to do the filming, the editing, the lifting, right? Who knows? But at the end of the day, we're here. We're alive. And we just got to keep moving. So let's move together. Let's do this. Again, let's get this bench session going. We got 3 sets of 8 reps each, and then we got the fatigue triple, and that'll be the end of the session. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed this far. Let's get this bench going, and that will be a wrap. Whew. Well, that completes our session for today. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, comment down below. Again, I accept all comments. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a blessed week ahead of you. Have a good day, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.